We started the third game of a four-game homestand versus Prairie View, and had a really good game. Shot 66% from the floor each half, and Jakeenan Davis had a career high 27, made his first 7 shots from 3, shot the ball extremely well, and Jakeenan Gant also had a career high 27 points in the basketball game, and it was a good night for us offensively. Defense was good at times. But you can expect a high-scoring game with that many possessions. We turned around for the next game, the last game of the 4-game homestand, and got off to a poor start and then got caught up in a perfect storm. And we've been a part of that for many times, especially the last couple of years. But it's happened many times in games involving us on the other side of it. But first few minutes, Jakeenan Gant is blocking a shot, falls, and hurts his wrist and his tailbone, tries to play but can't come back and play to the level that he needs to. So that's a big blow. We hung on in the first half behind Marcus Stroman's good play and trailed by 4 at the half. Second half, we hit a couple of buckets from Jarikas, but then we weren't able to score. We missed shots. They made shots. They doubled their output that they normally make from 3. Had a couple of guys that have not made many on the year make 2. In fact, I think they had 5 guys that made 2 or more 3-point field goals for them. And they also had 7 guys that scored 8 or more points and 4 guys that had 8 or more rebounds. So they totally outplayed us. Their guard play was better. Their inside game was better. And as I said, we got caught up in a perfect storm. We couldn't stop them at times and also gave up or couldn't score on the other end. And we forced the issue a little bit. We broke our offense. We had too many guys that wanted to do it by themselves and take over the game, take charge of the game, and certainly you're not going to win a basketball game against a good team like that. So came back yesterday with a good practice. We'll have another good one today, and then we'll prepare to go to Lake Charles this evening.
What is Jakeenan's status?
He has a sore wrist and been x-rayed for that in the tailbone, and he's got a sore tailbone, and he's questionable for tomorrow. He had treatment yesterday for a couple of hours, but we'll have to see how he does today. Christian Lafayette received 5 stitches at the end of practice last night, elbow from R.J. Gladney in the face, so got another guy that's in medical need.
How does the team adjust with the injury?
We have to play. I mean, they're not going to cancel the game. We certainly have to go play and adjust and see what happens and see if we can get Jakeenan back. We'll see how he does today and tomorrow in practice and if he's able to go in this game. If he doesn't, then certainly takes a little bit of wind out of your sail when you lose again. The only player in the country to average 18, 8, and 3 that is not able to play. So hopefully we'll get him back.
It was the perfect storm for you against Prairie View and then the perfect storm against you against Louisiana Tech. But what's maybe one tangible thing that you can take from this week that you gained or that you need to improve on outside of you made shots in one game and the other team made shots in the other?
We've got to be able to find a way to score and execute. Offensively, when we shot 35, 36%, and that's not good enough. Now you take Jakeenan's 10 baskets off dunks pretty much, a high percentage that we get easy baskets, that's going to help your field goal percentage. But this game was similar to the Tulane game where we shot it very poor, but we're able to come back and win. In this game, we weren't able to do that. So we've got to get a little bit better offensively. We've got to share the ball and trust our teammates more.
If he can't go, how do you distribute the minutes, and what do you do differently? How does it influence what you do on the floor on both ends?
Well, the only thing that changes is that he's a great rim protector. He's one of the national leaders in blocked shots. He had 10 in one game earlier this year. So not having him protect the rim is an issue, but we have to rebound better as a team. We have to play better team defense and certainly make up for his absence.
Looks like Justin made up for a lot of his absence in the first half, going to getting the ball for you in the first half. Was that something you sort of said you we either got to put something on you, you got to go help us there?
Well, early in the game, and he hit his first couple of shots, and then, but he has 0 rebounds and 0 points in the second half, Dan. So we laid an egg in the second half. We really needed some guys to step up. You know, we got out rebounded in the second half, and every person that played for Tech played very well, and you can't say that about our group.
Okay. What does McNeese present for you, if you've had a chance to look at them very much?
Oh, yes, it's a big rival game for both teams and both fan bases in both universities, and they have been on the road quite a bit. They were beaten at UMKC the other night in a close game in the second half. They got outscored like 14-0, and that was basically the game. They lost by 12, but they won their last home game in their new arena. They've got, I believe, 4 players back, 6 junior college transfers, and a couple of Division I grad transfers that make up their roster. So they've got size, could be bigger than us, you know, which answers your question a little bit, Tim, about we'll have to adjust for that if we don't have Keenan. So, but we'll see. You know, again, the other night, the perfect storm, I misquoted our victories the other day. We hadn't lost a non-conference regular season home game since December of 12, and it's 31 in a row. So I think we all get a little spoiled and satisfied sometimes, and it takes a lot of work to do that, and we've got to start another streak. Unfortunately, that was our last tune-up before Christmas at home. But as I said Saturday, I'll trade it for the game on January 3rd, being a conference game.
I'm sorry, with Gant, is the focus getting them back for the start of conference play, maybe more importantly than that? I mean, I know you'd ideally like to have him immediately.
Certainly long-term, Tim, yeah. If he can go tomorrow, he'll go. If he can't, then we'll hold him. We'll just have to see how the rehab comes out. But I think long-term he is going to be fine for sure with some rest. He's obviously awful sore. And it was a disappointing game for him, too, personally, because his mother was here, first time she'd been here to Lafayette to watch him play.
Do you guys do anything as a team for the holidays?
As far as
Like, do y'all have like a Christmas dinner or anything? Or do the guys just go home and come back?
No, we'll have a Christmas dinner like we do for Thanksgiving as well, but it won't be until after Christmas. We'll bring them back and do something. The guys will be free to go tonight, Tuesday night after the game, and we'll be ready to send them home, and they've all got their tickets, and they'll be back on the 26th. We'll practice 3 days. We'll do something there with them then.
Back on the 26th, you said?
Yeah, we'll be back. Practice 26th, 27th, 28th, and then travel after practice to Hammond. And we have a long break. We have about 7 days. Some schools only get 2 or 3 or 4, and the NCAA has changed their rules where they're forcing every school to take off, I think, 3 to 4 days around the Christmas holiday season. So student athletes can go home and spend time with their families, and it's something that's always very important to us.